We love, we hate, we die, forever late. What's up guys, Delzinski here, and I'm back with my second update in regards to Willow the Wisp coming to TNA Impact Wrestling. That's right, this week on Impact we saw the second promo for Willow, and I am no more the wiser of what the hell Willow is talking about in these promos, but all I can say is I'm very excited about the gimmick because Jeff Hardy, although he's had this gimmick in previous wrestling organisations, has really reinvented himself with this character, and it is a talking point within the wrestling industry right now. Now, with that being said, I did make out a few references that came out of the promo. It sounds like Willow was referencing social media, almost maybe taking a little bit of a dig or a little bit of a sort of shot at the media side of things by saying social networking, social media is doing exactly as it's expected to do. So that's maybe hinting the fact that everybody is assuming that this character is Jeff Hardy. Now, that does worry me slightly. If he is implying something like that, I'll be trying to say that TNA are trying to spin it to us that Willow is not Jeff Hardy. I really hope TNA does not think that little of us that they would do that. Because by now, you know it and I know it. Willow the Wisp is Jeff Hardy, and there is no getting away from that. So you cannot deliver it to us that this character is not Jeff under the mask. And what makes me even more concerned that they may go down this route is if you actually check on the TNA website, Jeff Hardy is being billed for the Lockdown pay-per-view, and he's not being billed as Willow. He's being billed as Jeff Hardy. So that is almost saying that these two characters are going to coexist in TNA shortly. Not just that as well, if you check the YouTube video that these Willow the Wisp promos are being uploaded with, the comment section is locked down. You cannot comment on these videos. Now why would TNA do that? They usually leave the comments open for everybody. Do you want to know why I think they're doing that? Because I don't think they want people to be putting that Willow is Jeff Hardy. I really do think that they want you to believe that this is not Jeff Hardy and who is this character under the mask. And please, please, please don't patronise us, TNA. We don't want that. Well, maybe people do, but I certainly don't. Now, the reason why I worry about this is because we've just seen this gimmick happen before. Abyss and Joseph Park. For months on end, we saw Joseph Park running around saying that he wants to find out his brother. He wants to find him. And all the while, we always knew that Joseph Park was Abyss. And obviously, finally, it came to a head a couple of weeks ago on Impact. But this storyline has been going on forever. So we really don't want a similar scenario where Jeff Hardy is wrestling, Willow is wrestling, and ultimately it comes to a head and then we all find out the obvious that Jeff Hardy is Willow the Wisp. And not just that as well, this has been done before in an organisation called Omega, where it was revealed on, not on TV, but at a show that Willow the Wisp was played by Jeff Hardy. This has already been done. Now, I go back to that TNA are doing it right at the moment. The promos are great because literally we don't know a lot about Willow. We obviously know it's Jeff Hardy, but we don't know who he's coming in to face. We don't know who he's coming back to attack. We don't know if he's going to be a babyface or a heel. The mystery is there. But what I think TNA need to definitely do now is acknowledge that the man under the mask is Jeff Hardy. Somehow they need to drop it. Now, before, I think WWE have done it, and I think TNA have done it for that matter, they have acknowledged the social media side. They have acknowledged the dirt sheets. So it would be fine to reference that there's a lot of talk right now that under the mask, Willow is Jeff Hardy. What has he done to himself? What did he do when he said he was going away and that he may never return? Where did Jeff Hardy go to become the Willow character? For me, that is how it should be sold. And then when Willow comes back, if he comes back at maybe, let's say, Lethal Lockdown, I would like to see Willow pretty much, let's say we're coming to the finale of that Lethal Lockdown match, MVP's team versus Bobby Roode's team, and then it's just about to finish. Let's say maybe Bobby Roode's team are about to get the victory and the lights go out. And then you can just see in the crowd that black and white umbrella spinning as it comes round through the crowd. And he becomes getting closer to the ring, over the barricade, and then next thing you know, the lights are on and Willow is standing in the ring. By this time, you've got people, they've both recovered, and they're looking at Willow like, what the hell's going on? Commentary acknowledge and say, you know, is that Jeff Hardy? What has he done to himself? And then the decision is made whether Willow is going to be face or heel, depending on who he attacks. Does he attack a Bobby Roode? Does he attack an MVP? Or does he ultimately take them both out? And then you just don't know. Because they could go down the Sting route, like in WCW, where when Sting walked away from WCW, you never knew whose side he really was on, because he was actually out for himself. Okay, he was ultimately WCW, he was ultimately a face, but the plan was that never really acknowledged that he was on a side. Sting was a man for himself. And I would like to think that maybe they might do that with the Willow the Wisp character. At the moment, as I say, I'm really enjoying these promos. They're epic. But it's all about delivery now for TNA for this character. They've got to get this right. And I really hope they don't patronise us by trying to pretend that Willow is not Jeff Hardy. That doesn't fly for me at all. And if they're going to bring Willow back and Jeff Hardy is also going to be back wrestling, I'm very worried that this is just the same gimmick that we have seen recently with Abyss and Joseph Park, and the fact that this was done in Omega a long time ago. So guys, what I'd like to hear from you is, number one, what on earth is Willow implying in these messages that he's promoting at the moment? These promos, what do you make of them? Can you decipher the code, so to speak? Because at the moment, I'm not really sure. I thought he was maybe having a dig at social networking in terms of everyone saying he's Jeff Hardy. But what do you guys think of the promos? Can you work out the messages that are embroidered in these promos? Number two, why the comment section locked down? Is there a particular reason for this? I think there is, and I think I've said it in this commentary. And number three, ultimately, actually, I'm going to say number three and number four, are we going to see Jeff Hardy and Willow at the same time, so they coexist in TNA at the same time? Or how would you like to see the Willow character come into TNA? I do expect him to make an appearance at Lockdown. So what would be your scenario for Willow the Wisp? Do you agree with me with the style of coming through the crowd? I don't want it to be too much like Sting, but I think with the umbrella gimmick it could work. I have also seen in Omega that Willow came out with a kendo stick before, so that could add a new dynamic to him. Please don't compare it to a Sting baseball bat. You know what it's like. Everybody makes comparisons. But yeah, I want to know your views on this character. How do you think it's going to play out? And do you really think that TNA think we're that silly that we don't know that this is Jeff Hardy? That is insane to imply this. So guys, let me know, because as I say, it's a massive talking point within the wrestling industry at the moment. Jeff Hardy, Willow the Wisp. I'm sure more will unfold shortly with this gimmick. But until next time, and I will keep you updated, please rate, comment and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing your comments. This is Delzinski, signing out.